All right, how's everybody doing? James Elite Love, expert steam cleaning. This is the company introductory video. Been long enough. A lot of shorts been going on, a lot of content been going on, and we've been needing to do a company, a company introductory video. So here it is, right? So experts steam cleaning. So what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna let you know what the company is, where we're out of, like the areas that we operate, and exactly what we do as a company, things we want to accomplish this year and into the future. So let's get into that. So founder is right here. Founder and CEO, James Elite Love, right? Check out all my personal social media in the description down there. So check that out if you want to know more about me, exactly, my background. Tell you a little bit though. 10 years military US Army, you know, salute to that. Um, and yeah, so wanted to continue that, tradition of service as well into my own company, give back to my community. My community is Antelope Valley, Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, you know, San Diego area. So Southern California, but eventually want to branch out, other areas. But we want to stay focused on this area right now. And what we do in expert steam cleaning is water damage restoration, right? So what is water damage restoration, right? Just if you don't know, what water damage restoration is when you have water damage on your property, right? Say the toilet's backed up or kitchen sink overfloods, water comes in from the outside. You got to protect your property, okay? You do not want that thing mildewing. You do not want any of that kind of stuff. You want to protect that property right. And the best way to protect your property is, to get experts in there to take care of that thing fast as possible. So that's where we would come in and take care of that with something like our TH40 right here. Gotta do the visuals, right? So the TH40 is for tile. It has the heat chamber on it, things like that. But yeah, come through professional equipment. Take care of your property. Take care of any professional drying that would need to happen with our, commercial dryers like our Bowers and things like that will come in, set those up, get everything professionally cleaned, sanitized, and dried. Right, so that's what we're doing. Also, your tile floors, your carpets, all that kind of stuff need to be professionally cleaned and extracted. All the, you know, all that kind of stuff because there's level one, level two, level three. Level one is like clean water, but it's got all over the place. We need to get that removed from mildew and things like that. Level two is where it may be something unsanitary that needs to get in and get removed. Then level three, that level three situation is this black water's been sitting there maybe for a day. It's extremely toxic, things like that. And we need to get in there, hazmat suits, and get everything cleaned up professionally, boots, that kind of stuff. Get everything cleaned professionally. Higher water levels and things like that. We need those, professionally moved out of the property and properly disposed of into gutters or, wherever they're going to be disposed. We need to properly dispose of those hazardous materials in the right way. So that's what we're doing. What you're going to be able to look forward to from us is, daily content. We're going to provide you with those daily shorts, more long form videos as we get into it of what we're doing, partners that we're working with, projects that we're working on. We want to keep you as tapped in as possible. There's so much opportunity in the content space that you need to know about and those kind of things. So we're going to tie you in with that as much as we can with the content. So be on the lookout for videos and, just different things like that. Reviews from, clients and project we're doing. We're going to tie more long form. We've been slacking a little bit on the long form, just mainly focusing on the short form, but we're going to give you guys what you're looking for as far as the short form stuff. I mean, excuse me, the long form stuff along with the short form. Like, it's no need for us not to tie you guys in with the long form because it's just, it's necessary for you guys to get to know us better as a company, you know. So loan forms coming. Do not worry about that. It's coming. And then, you'll see us on also the experts investors coaching as well, where, we'll tie in over there too. Another company that I have, you've seen a lot of content, interviews over there, podcasts, all that good stuff. But yeah, you see us over there too, coaching you on how to do businesses. We have the merch, right, over there for this company. But show you how to do that, show you how to tap in with merch and all that kind of stuff, which is necessary. Which we're gonna provide all the opportunities for you to get in on that. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Let's get into what makes us unique as a company. Makes us unique is we provide military level service, to our clients. So you're not just gonna get the regular service. We're gonna go above and beyond. If we gotta move furniture, if we gotta, do different things, plug in dehumidifiers to properly dry out the carpets and the baseboards and things like that. We're gonna set up dehumidifiers. We're gonna set up the air scrubbers. We're gonna do the real work that needs to be done. We're gonna get the inspections done. We're gonna do a thorough job so your property is back livable and back at the condition that you want it to be at, like it never happened. You know what I mean? Like, and better than like it never happened, just better than it was. So that's what we're here for. We're not here to just come in and just do a job. We're here to do a service at a high level, and that's what we're focused on. That's what we're gonna do. So that's what you're gonna expect from us. That's what you should expect, really, and that's what you're gonna get every time. We're gonna over deliver. Rather, we're taking care of concrete because the water spilled out, so you got to get that concrete, that driveway, that subfloor clean. Sometimes concrete needs to be clean because that subfloor, that concrete slab is dirty, and you need us to take care of that. So we're here for that, to take care of that concrete subfloor, get on there, clean it, make sure it's sanitary for that new flooring. Situations where we have to, hit the hardwood floor with that extractor to remove all the water. We have that. We have all the tools and components to get that done. Rather it's, you know, using special equipment to dry the carpet pad properly. We got all that to get that done. So we're not just here to show up. We're here to over deliver to you and give you a high level of service. So, you know, extremely important industry. Water damage restoration, extremely important. We're not just a cleaning company, even though cleaning is something we do, but it's, water damage restoration. So with expert steam cleaning, that's what we focus on as a company. We want to let you know that that's what you're getting. A lot of topics we're going to start focusing on too, like we do with the short form, like sales, and right now we're finishing up offers, and we're getting to the next topic that we're going to, get into. But all of it's important, really is. It's important to, get into it the right way and, have topics. The next, topic we're going to get into is ads. Really important. Been waiting to get into this one because ads are so important to whatever that you do, because organic is cool. There's nothing wrong with it, but when you're able to tie in with the ads, you're just adding fuel to the fire, especially when you can craft in the right way. It's not just about making an ad, it's about putting an offer with that ad and sending your target audience that you're showing your ad to the right location. So if you're, making an ad, for example, just to let you know what we're talking about, you don't just want to send them anywhere. You want to send them, to your landing page. It's a specific page with a specific offer. Your ad is talking about a specific offer. Your landing page is doing the same thing. And so we want it all tied in and integrated properly. And so that's what's going to happen with that. So, just so you know how to do things properly, so you're not pouring money into ads and not getting the outcome that you're looking for. We want to make sure give you the best chance to get the outcome that you're looking for. So that's why we get into these topics, so you don't just do things, but you could do things at a high level. And having daily videos, just come over here. You're gonna get sharper. You know get sharper, of course, with the construction and the property damage restoration. Water damage restoration, all that stuff we do. But also get sharper with business too, with running the business, running the brand, running your content, just doing different things, people working for you, that kind of stuff. So just so you're sharp across the board, you know what you need to do, batch recording, right? Things like that. Just how to maximize your time, your opportunities, all that stuff. So it's very important, to capitalize on opportunities like that, to not mess around, to not be afraid, to, step out there and do things. So that's what expert team cleaning is about, though, providing high level service. You can be an expert at whatever you're doing. Don't let anybody tell you you're not. Just learn at a high level. Just keep learning. Just keep growing. You'll get there. Don't ever believe that you're not or you can't or anything like that. You know what I mean? Collar. See what I mean? See how my collar was, but I'm still going. I'm still going, and it's okay. Like to not have things be perfect and still find success in what you're doing. It's not always going to be perfect, right? But what I want you to do is keep going, right? Still post that video to show that you did it regardless, right? Don't get this perfection complex. Like you're an expert and you're learning. Like you're not an expert and not learning. All experts, everybody doing everything is learning at the same time. Because if you think about what you were doing a year ago, it's not at the level it's at today. If you think what you was doing 2 years ago, 5 years ago, it's not at the level it's at today. But you're still an expert. You still figured it out. So don't ever think you're somebody that didn't figure it out. Don't ever think that, you don't got the answers. You got the answers. You got to figure out new answers. You got it. You're going to figure it out. And we're going to want to be the partners for you if you're in this area or anywhere in the world that wants to learn about this water damage restoration. We're here for you. We're learning too. Don't think we're not learning. And yeah, let's grow. Let's win and be experts at this and do incredible things. Change the lead love. Expert steam cleaning, water damage restoration expert. Let's go.